How's it going, ghouls? Nighttime here, as you can probably tell. Got my music and I'm nice and relaxed. Now, I don't usually do these whole makeup talks, etc., but I am seeing like this expensive epidemic of sorts, where people are buying $50 bottles of concealer and liner and stuff like that, and they're scared to shop on a cheaper budget, which you shouldn't feel bad about. Makeup that is cheap, but still it's good stuff, you know, and you should give it a try. Here are a few that I use, for example. I use dark Maybelline. Now Maybelline, this is usually about $8 a bottle. This is really good stuff. Even if it gets hot and you sweat, it doesn't drip or anything. It's really good, especially when you put powder or you put, other dark facial creams, etc. This is pretty good stuff for your base. Me, I don't need about 9 to 14 coats of makeup. As long as I have this as my base foundation, it covers anything you might have, like scars, acne, etc. It covers all of that. It's pretty good. And I buy this at Kroger for about $9. If not Kroger, you can find it at Walgreens, but it's for like $17 more. I'll hold it closer. You know, this is really good for its price. I also use, there's another, True Blend. True Blend is pretty good for its price. These are usually about $6. $4 if you're lucky enough to find it in a cheaper store. Maybe not a dollar store, but something a little bit more expensive. But this is pretty good too for its buck. It's you get very little, but it's good powder for around your eyes, your neck, etc. It's pretty good too. I use some of that. Then another brand I use is Wet n Wild. Now Wet n Wild, it's kind of tricky because sometimes the color that you think you're getting, it turns into a different color when it is on your skin. I don't know why. That's why I call it a chameleon vibe, you know, because you don't know, how it's gonna look when you're done, unless after you use it for the first time, then you know how it looks and whatnot. But it's not bad. And this is usually, I got this. This is about $3 to $4. Pretty cheap, but it's good stuff. I actually have some Wet n Wild on my face as we speak. It's just for nighttime, It's not bad. Don't be afraid of LA colors. I know a lot of people are scared of this for base foundation. If you get the right color, it looks absolutely marvelous. It looks great no matter where you're putting it on your chest. If you got marks on your chest or your neck or cheeks, it is really good stuff for its price. You just use strong amounts of it because you have to dip it in here to use the brush for it. So definitely have these. If you do buy them, you should buy more than one of them because you run out of them very fast. So these are not bad, and I don't know why people fear LA Color products. Speaking of LA Colors, I use these too for my eyes and blush, etc. These go for about $2 a piece. Really good stuff, and very underrated and very underappreciated in my opinion. It's not bad. It's like good eyeshadow, it's good blush, Or you can go with what I love too, the most. Manic Panic. Love Manic Panic, and I ordered these from New York. These are probably my most expensive cosmetics I own. It's about $15 for these. I don't know if you can get them cheaper in any other places. If you do, please let me know so I can order from them. These are not bad. I use the red Manic Panic for, say, blush around the eyes sometimes, and sometimes on the lips. It makes really good lipstick substitute. A little rouge, etc., for that nighty effect. If you're not a flapper like myself, you probably just use out red, but we still use rouge. And of course, you can't go wrong, baby powder. Baby powder is, I think many people don't utilize baby powder. It's not just for the baby's butts. It's not for, damp spaces. It's good for your face if you want a gothic or ghoulish-like effect. And, as long as you get some good powder, because I know there are baby powders out there that are kind of oily. And it makes your face, you look like a fucking cookie that's been out in the rain on the ground. You don't want that. So get some powder that's not, oil-based. So baby powder is really good stuff, and this stuff is, you can get all of this stuff on a budget. You know, all of this, it's budgeted stuff, and I'm kind of making a mess of things right now, but you can get all this on a decent budget. And I want people to stop being afraid of Walgreens products or dollar store products, because if you don't have an allergic reaction to it, the outcome of it can be surprisingly well, and it's very underestimated if you ask me. Instead of paying $30 to $50 for Bare Minerals, the same powder with the same quality you can get here at the dollar store, and it's a shame. But I'm just sharing a little of my makeup advice. Don't be afraid of cheap things. Just because it's cheap and priced does not mean it will be cheap when it's on you. Don't be afraid of products that are affordable. Shop in your price range. You can still look good. Adios, dappers.